How committed to your creative practice are you? Maybe you've been giving it 100% for 2 years. Maybe you've been dabbling for 10 years. Are you where you want to be? I would guess that for most of you, you're still a way off your ideal situation when it comes to freelancing. Either not enough work or too much work with the wrong clients. Maybe you're not making enough money, or you're struggling to find your style. Maybe you can see exactly what you want to make, but you don't have the necessary skills to make it a reality. If you do feel like you're missing some skills, keep watching, because I'm giving away a year's free membership to Skillshare, and I'll tell you how you can win later on in the video. These things are examples of outcomes that a lot of creatives think about and sometimes get frustrated about because it's not working yet. I don't want to talk to you about outcomes today though, because we can't control the outcomes. I want to talk to you about the process and the practice, the bits we can control. At this time of year, many people in the Northern Hemisphere see the dark nights closing in, and we start thinking about the holidays as the year comes to a close. It's typically a low energy, low motivation and low willpower time of the year. Definitely is for me. So we start to think about what a fresh start will look like on January the 1st. New year, new me. We think about New Year's resolutions and imagine our future self in a year's time being a new and improved version of ourselves. James 2.0. More money on our bank account, maybe a little slimmer around the middle, maybe a little bit happier with where we are in our career. It's admirable and inspiring, but also theoretical. It's a fantasy. Trying to completely change ourselves overnight on December 31st or on any date throughout the year is a pipe dream. There are some success stories out there, but for most normal people, your transformation remains a fantasy. When it comes to a freelance career, there are lots of things to learn and plenty of things to practice. There are loads of good habits that would help us improve if we could summon the willpower to make it happen. There are also a lot of promises out there of things we could do to offer us a shortcut to our imagined success. But the truth is, without the consistent daily practice, however small, we won't make progress. We don't need enormous shifts in our daily routines in order to be an improved version of ourselves in a year's time. We only need to do something consistently over the course of that year to make incredible changes. Think about one aspect of yourself or your work that you would like to improve. Think about what the process of improving is. What are the daily tasks or habits that you could do that will help you improve? Pause the video here if you want to write a few ideas down. With a creative practice, we can't get too attached to the outcome because there's no guarantee it's going to work. Most of it won't. Not everything you make is going to sell or be popular or get lots of views. You might not even like everything that you make, but you do it anyway because doing the work is the point. If you think about the outcome, I want to sell 10 paintings this year, or I want to read 52 books, or I want to quit my job to go freelance full time. You may or may not achieve those things if you give it your best effort, but you definitely won't if you don't do the daily practice that gets you into a position where those things become a possibility. You've got to paint every day, or read every day, or practice illustration every day. Recently, I've been thinking about starting a podcast. It's a natural evolution of all the other projects I have on the go, and I'm a big fan of the format. But I know I shouldn't jump into it unless I can commit to doing it for a long time, years. I want it to be good and useful, and I know it probably won't be good until episode 50 or 100 or 200 maybe. That's a big commitment, and I'm still working on making my YouTube videos good. Shit. And I'm still working on making my YouTube videos good. I'm going to leave that in. No matter how many great podcasts I listen to or how much I plan it, I can't be good at podcasting unless I put in the hours of practice to go through the part where I'm not very good at podcasting. And even then, there's no guarantee it will be a success. When I started this YouTube channel, if I'd said to myself, I'm only going to do it if it's really popular and if I'm really good at it, I never would have started. But I was willing to be bad at it for a while because I thought it was worth it. If you do like the videos I'm making more recently, give me a thumbs up or let me know in the comments. So if you want to be a great illustrator or artist or designer, or you want to get fit or pretty much anything else, you have to start small, do the work regularly to the best of your ability, and do it for a long time. The process and the practice is what will get you there. A lot of people don't ever get started because they're scared of producing bad work. But you don't get to the good work without getting through the bad work, the failed experiments, the boring videos, or the ugly drawings. The more work you make, the more bad ideas you'll have, but you'll also have more good ideas. Over time, you'll get better at having good ideas more consistently because you've had more practice and you get to know what works and what doesn't. So, if you paused the video earlier and wrote a few things down, or you've got some ideas in your head of things you'd like to improve, tell me in the comments what task you could do every day for 100 days to make that change. I'll choose from the first 20 comments and give away a free year's membership to Skillshare to help you along your way. The more detailed and specific plan you come up with, the better. If you're committing to do it every day for that long, it's got to be manageable. Finishing a new illustration every day is probably unrealistic, but 30 minutes of drawing is possible for just about everybody, or 30 minutes of watching YouTube tutorials to learn a new skill. It still takes effort to do something every day, I know all too well. Here are some examples from my real life. Writing 30 minutes every day. I got to a 300-day streak, and now it's a bit more relaxed, but I still do it most days. I did some form of exercise for 400 days in a row. That was tough, but now I've got a really good, healthy routine, and I know my limits. Reading for 30 minutes every day, I don't even count that anymore because it's just pretty much a normal part of my day, but I had to work at it for a long time for it to become normal. Post a YouTube video every week for a year. Hard work, but my videos improved a lot in that time, and so did my subscriber count. I've also failed at plenty of these self-imposed challenges too, don't get me wrong, but I'm proud of the ones I've completed, and they've had a massive impact on my daily routine once I have completed them. The reason I like setting these kinds of challenges is because it means I can make the decision once to do that thing. I don't take the decision lightly because it is a big commitment, but once I've set my mind to it, I don't need to decide what I'm going to do every day. These things are fixed. Don't wake up and decide if you're going to practice illustration today. Decide it once that you're going to do it every day for 100 days, then simply do it. Make the choice to do the work. No drama, no complaining. All you have to do is show up and do it. Even if you do it badly, it counts. Then at the end of that 100 days, you can tell me whether it was worth it or not, whether you improved, whether you learned anything, and whether you're going to carry on doing it. For the next 100 days, I'm going to be learning Notion, the database software. I use it a bit already, but I've barely scratched the surface of what it can do. So I'm going to use it every day and transfer all my to-do lists into it, write my scripts in there, and I'll be doing some online courses for it too. In 100 days, I don't know what I'll do with it, but I'll have a lot of ideas, I'm sure. You know what else you can do with a self-imposed 100-day challenge? Make some content out of it. Document your process, your challenges and your wins and your improvements. That isn't the point of doing it, but it's a nice side effect. Speaking of which, check out my friend and colleague Michael Driver on YouTube. He's an illustrator and screen printer, and he has posted almost 365 short videos of his day in the life of an illustrator. That is some serious commitment right there. I'll put a link in the description. So, whenever you're watching this video, I challenge you to pick something to do for 100 days straight. Something that will improve your life. It's not about the outcome, it's about the process of committing to something and following through on it. You don't need to wait until January the 1st to start either. Start tomorrow. Start today, even. If you get to 100 days, let me know. I want to know what you did and how it helped. Start small. Commit to doing something every day for 100 days. Then for the next 100 days, you can think a little bit bigger. This time next year, your transformation will be a reality. If you like this video, check out this playlist of all my other walk and talk videos. I don't think I'll be recording outside as much through the winter, so you can get your vitamin D in this playlist. D Illustrator's Guide. See you next time.